You went hiking to an abandoned campground in the middle of winter? Nobody does that.
Got a nice little treat.
Oh, yeah.
For lunch. I brought back from France for us.
All right, here we are. Evan's getting loaded.
Morning.
Morning. So I got about 34 pounds. You got about
36.
36, so give or take. It's not the kind of weather, if you look around, I'll show you real quick. It is the shoulder season, so it can get cold. Actually, yesterday when I did that live stream, I was sitting in my backyard, and then almost within 20 minutes after the live stream, a snowstorm just passed right through, hit McMahon Stadium, the Stampeders and the who were they playing last night? God, I watched the game. Anyways, they got the snow on the field, but then it just blew away. So our first break.
Right, tell everybody where we are.
We are now entering British Columbia.
British Columbia.
My homeland.
It's your homeland. Yeah, so that's Elk Lakes Provincial Park. So we started in Peter Lougheed and then we walked in. So we're just on the northern boundary of the park. In fact, if you look over our shoulder there, that says Alberta. And then we're heading to,
Petain.
oh, actually we're going to Upper Elk Lake. So we're going to go that way, I think. Yeah.
We're not going there. We're going there. Huh, the camera's working again. This is Fox Lake. Not going to be fishing here today.
No.
Look at the view though, eh?
Absolutely beautiful.
There's a reason there's a no camping sign there. They just don't. All right. So there's a trail here, but no footsteps. So anybody that went in on this trail yesterday or the day before, there was snow overnight. And I expect we'll encounter people coming out. Something extremely peaceful about hiking at this time of year. It's a little more quiet. I think the snow has a dampening effect on the noises, but there's also less noises. The creeks are starting to freeze, so you don't hear the creeks. You certainly don't hear the wildlife. You know, I don't hear the squirrels constantly chirping or the birds. Things are just, they'll come out. It's 11 o'clock, but it's certainly quieter than in the summer. There's no rustling of leaves. They're all gone. Peaceful but beautiful. Should have taped over there, but we just left snow and then dramatic. We are now, I would say we're not going over a pass per se. We kind of are, I think.
We went through it already.
Went through it, but
Yeah.
we're now kind of on the side of a mountain, skirting around it. You can see the slope, you know, it's a good 30 degrees. But this is very south facing, and there's no snow. It's just like that. The snow's all gone. That could be intimidating in the winter. Oh, you know what? I wonder, is that a way down from, no, I don't see a trail anywhere. Is that a way down from that lake? What was that other lake called?
Lake, I think it catches back up.
Catches up back there, but look at this, folks. Look at this. We got our first glimpse of the lake over there. And we didn't it's the shoulder season, a little bit prepared. Actually, I gotta say, here's something I've often said. It's along the lines of my definition of happiness. So it's not my definition, but it's something that resonates with me. Somebody once told me that happiness is when your expectations are met. It's that simple. And one of the reasons I like hiking is because by default, when I'm coming out here, I have to lower my expectations. I just don't have a choice. I can't bring all the comforts from home. So I have to bring less gear, less food. A great example, you know, I usually tone down the food, bring less gear, and I have to expect a little bit of misery. And when I come out and I have a day like today, when I started out this morning, my expectation was here because I thought it's going to be cold, we might get snow.
Definitely thought snow.
But now I got beautiful weather, amazing friend with me, and scenery to die for. So now my expectation is far exceeded. So if you exceed your expectations, you're happy. Well, guess what? I'm happy. That's like, it's a marten or a mink or something like that. Martens and minks, weasels are, I don't know exactly what biological family they are, but they're voracious little killers. For their size, they'll go after preys that are bigger than them. You know, a weasel will go after a rabbit. And they say that, you know, at the more extreme end of that are otters and wolverines. They say that if wolverines were the size of like any bigger, we'd be in danger. So thank God weasels are small. Avalanche slope, landslide. Look at the trunks just snapped. Now, park services have been here and cleared it, but you've seen many of these kinds of videos before, folks. You wouldn't want to get caught in an avalanche like this. I have a feeling we're having, according to the map that I looked at, woohoo! There's a nice lookout. Oh man. Oh. Is it just a creek? I wonder why they don't want us going down there, or?
Beautiful.
Apparently this is a dead end, but I'm thinking otherwise. We're gonna go look. We didn't come this far to be easily discouraged.
Glacier over there.
I think that's the Petain Glacier.
That's beautiful.
We're heading up there. We're gonna stop somewhere here and get our bearings and figure out. There's a reason they want us to go around. I think it might just be this creek, and I don't feel like crossing a creek right now, but we'll decide. I don't know about you, but I'm game to go across.
I don't see why we couldn't hop that.
No, easily.
Yeah.
We'll, what do you got there? Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No. So when I was in Chamonix, I found us a nice block of foie in a tin.
Wow.
So we're gonna have that for lunch.
On crackers.
Some crackers, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna boil a little bit of water. I don't know if you got a soup. I got a cup of soup, so.
We're gonna have soup and foie. Perfect.
Perfect.
The fanciest cat food in the land. God, those French know how to do that.
This isn't like caviar where you're supposed to eat it with a popsicle stick or wooden stick.
No, eat it with a cracker.
Thanks.
Enjoy.
Wow. Wow.
Foie gras in this view.
Incredible. Oh, look at the prettiness of this scene. Which one is solid? Hang on, buddy.
I just took an hour off the trip.
I think it follows the shore, yeah. Who's gonna check this out? There's the main trail.
Oh, we caught it.
Yeah. There's a reason, well, look at the view from here. You know, somebody went through a lot of effort to helicopter in tables here, and now you got, all right. On a good pace, on a summer day with kids, how long would you take to hike here? What did it take us?
That took us 3 hours.
3 hours?
So,
If you're thinking,
with kids on a summer day?
or, so, all right, well, I'll share a secret. If you're thinking of a nice place to day hike and come have a killer view, Upper Elk Lake is the way to do it.
Yeah.
You got this picnic table here, no fire, but you could certainly have a gorgeous view. No, I never even noticed that. Evan just pointed out. So look at the layers, and then whoop, straight up. Wow.
Straight vertical.
A lot of force there.
How fresh do you think this snow is?
Yeah, that's where we want to go, the basin. Kudos to Parks BC, man. You guys did a great job. No shortage of signs. Oh, look, there's a trail on this side. Oh, man. Moose. Ooh. Oh yeah. We came from over there and walked all along the shore of this lake. We're heading that way. Oh look, there's a bench right there. Is that a bridge or a bench?
Bridge. I feel like there's creeks braiding everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Coral Pass route is rugged and difficult to follow. Involves bushwhacking through slide paths and route finding through rock bands for experienced hikers equipped with map and compass. But this confirms what a lot of people said. The campground past the lake was washed out in 2013. Just shows the power of these floods that hit the whole province. But now it's wilderness camping. So. Look how clean that water is, man. If this was somewhere warm,
Oh, I would want to be in there right now. Woo.
or if that was a hot spring, woo! We just come from there, and then what is that? Oh, it would have been self-registration.
No, there's like hammers and
Really?
washroom cleaning utensils.
Woo! Hi there. We need your cooperation. Please burn and/or pack out your garbage.
Don't dump them in the toilets.
I'm okay with burning. There must have been. Yeah, so maybe later after we set up camp. 2:38. We're golden. Oh, somebody walked down here. There's even tent pads, or what I would, yeah, there is tent pads. Here's a tent pad there. I'm guessing there's a handful of tent pads. Where's the fire pit? Oh, look at the trail through here. Let's find close to the water. Well, there's a tent pad right there. Actually, let's be smart about this. Ooh, big moose tracks. Okay, let's explore without our packs on. I was so distracted looking at the tent pads, I forgot. Wow. So the waterfall is just in there somewhere. Woohoo!
Amazing.
High five, bud.
Let's do this.
Another one. Back towards the shitter will be all the wood. Not really wood here.
No. There's a bunch of dead standing back in
Wow. Wow.
Holy shit.
There's even a food locker. This is a better choice than Lillian Lake. This is. Oh, we'll fix this up a little bit.
Wow.
Water over there. Nope, she's. Ground is frozen. Alright, had to improvise a little bit. The ground is so hard, so I just added a piece of paracord there. Made a loop and used a couple of rocks. And the pad has an anchor point there. One tied to the tree, so we're solid. We're good. The only thing I don't like is I might get a draft from underneath here. I have my 3-inch thermarest, but I also have a blue old-fashioned foam mattress. So I'm going to put the foam underneath the thermarest, and the foam insulates the ground a bit, and then hopefully it keeps the bottom of the thermarest a little bit warmer, and then I'll have my sleeping bag on top of it. All right, so blue foamy thermarest, Outdoor Vitals 0 degrees Celsius bag, and then the shoulder baffles tonight are going to get used. And then my pillow. And I'll probably sleep with fleece on anyways. I got lots of warm clothes. I'm not worried. And an old trick that you might see us do tonight is you warm up a bottle of, you warm up some water on the fire, and then you throw your 1 liter bottle, Nalgene bottle in the bag with hot water, and that warms you up quite a bit. Somebody's got a new tent. Holy Christ, look at the size of that thing.
Day 2.
Second time using it.
Yeah.
He's got his quilt, his thermarest. What's this thing?
It's the blanket.
Oh, the blanket.
Just in case somebody gets cold and you don't want to get cuddled with.
No, yeah, exactly. We're all good. Let me just show you. This is the view from my tent. Can you think of a better place to wake up? I can't. Wow, what a good choice. I'm glad we made this choice. I'm just shocked that there's nobody here. I mean, the waterfalls are gorgeous, and I thought for sure people would still make the day hike, but it is a long day. I guess it's almost 15 kilometers, so it's 30 return just to go see them, and nobody's out here. We'll go see them tomorrow. We'll go see the waterfalls tomorrow morning because there's a bit of snow, it's cloudy, it's almost 4 o'clock, so sunset goes down pretty early here. 6:30 we lose daylight, and we still have to get firewood and get organized, so why stress ourselves? You know, if we go see the waterfall and we come back and it's dark, it wouldn't be enjoyable. So we're here because we want to cook, and or Evan wants to cook and I want to eat, so let's do that, and then we'll go see the waterfall tomorrow.
Like 2 weeks later, this will be frozen.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of ice and everything.
Oh yeah, she's cold.
Thank you, BC.
Yeah. Battery number 2 is in. Didn't take long to get a fire going, did it?
Nope.
You know, this is probably, in the good old days, you can get away with no tools. If you get trees like that, you find, I used to do this here, I'll show people. I mean, people say, how do you break a branch? Well, you can jam it somewhere like this, and then, oh, this one's, if you jam it there and you just, and then suddenly you can find a way to manage to break smaller branches and make it manageable, but why make life hard? All you ultralight guys out there, there are some things that make life a lot easier. This is one of them. All right, so fire's going. We got a bit of you can feel it in here. There's heat. I'll wait till Evan comes back and he'll tell us a secret, but those are big turkey legs, or what are they? Turkey. Due to those turkey legs so far.
Well, we cut them off, we brined them, and then rubbed them, sous vide them. So they're 95% cooked. So now we're just gonna warm them up next to the fire slowly, while we sit around and chat.
Yep.
And then we'll give a nice crisp to them right at the finish.
That's just step one. Civilized. Actually, I just made the comment. By my standards, by our standards, this is civilized because we have a bench, a throne. BC Parks provides a food locker and things like that. These are small creature comfort. Make no mistake, we are, what did you say we walked?
13.9.
Yeah, so we're 13.9 kilometers away from the trailhead. On a cold day, there's the snow sort of just falling, so it is remote. It's remote, but it's, I don't know what the word is. I'm going to call it civilized. Compared to, say, and I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, it's not a place where you're sitting on the dirt, and which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also a very nice, pleasant surprise to have a nice setup like this.
Especially with snow on the ground.
Yeah. A little bit of creature comfort's we're not going to whine about that. What'd you find?
Plate.
A plate.
For dinner. We have to wash it.
Just clean it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, if you like food.
Why'd you become a chef? Is it because you like food, or there's another challenge to it?
I wasn't. I cooked for my sister a lot growing up. My parents worked downtown Vancouver, so I cooked dinner, and then we'd go to baseball or soccer or whatever when they got home. So kind of started there, and then after high school, it was like, what do you want to do? And I fell in love with kitchen life, kind of like pirate life. That is smoky.
What you got going there?
Have a bean.
I just had one, but tell our viewers.
They're from Broxburn Farms. They're some of the best beans there is. A Dutch farmer named Paul in Lethbridge has a farm, Broxburn Farms, and this winter I was talking to him at a food show, and I was like, Paul, those beans you have that you sell to public are so good. Can I get them at my restaurant? And he hummed and hawed, and 3 months later he sent me some beans to the restaurant, and now I'm the only chef in Calgary who gets them.
But what do you do in winter?
In winter, I just don't serve beans.
Yeah.
'Cause you can't. But they're so good. Paul.
So what are you going to do with those then?
We'll blanch them in the water there.
Yep.
And then I'll throw them on the grill while we make our mashed potatoes and gravy.
So that's another trick then. So you've blanched a couple of things out here. So blanching is just
partially cooking.
Partially cooking.
You cook it about 75%, and then you'll finish it some other way. Well, tonight we're going to grill them next to our turkey legs. And yeah, it's just a way to cook ahead of time so everything speeds the process up.
the good things in life are worth waiting for.
Yes.
We got nothing else to do.
Nope.
Sit by the fire, tell stories, and
You got to get home soon?
yeah. Tomorrow is election day in Canada, and not to get fully political, but probably most of you know by now I'm a conservative, and I'm kind of hoping that Justin Trudeau doesn't get reelected. Not kind of hoping, really hoping. Demanding. And I posted a comment yesterday saying we won't be here. We're in the bush today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's election day, so we can't vote tomorrow, but I think we'll be out on time, and we'll get home and see the election. But if we're not, and the Liberals win, can somebody please come out here and tell me? Because I'm going to stay. I'm not going back out. If the Liberals win, I'm not going back home.
Staying for good.
I'm staying for good.
Okay, game on.
Did you make a gravy and then dehydrated it? No.
No, not this
No,
one.
no. These are just.
I tried. I actually butchered a whole turkey. Last weekend was Thanksgiving, so butchered a whole turkey and I made a gravy and I dehydrated it, but it literally turned into turkey jerky. It was like chewing gum. It didn't work out as good as I thought it would. So this is just purchased gravy for us tonight, but it'll do the trick. The mashed potatoes, on the other hand, is been dehydrated properly. Chives in it, and after lunch, Marty came up with a great idea. We're going to use the leftover foie gras pâté.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna just fold it right into the mashed potatoes for a nice French kick.
Now this is the reality. It is 6:50, so I didn't look, but I'm guessing 7 o'clock is full sunset.
Probably, yeah.
But it feels a little bit darker now because we have cloud cover, so we're losing light very, very fast. That's okay, we have headlamps.
So, because I love French food, and well, Marty's French, we're gonna turn these green beans into green bean almondine.
Oh wow.
So we've some shallots in here, some smoked almonds that we did at the restaurant, and butter. And we're just some salt as well, some chives, and we'll just let that melt over top of these beans while we wait on our mashed potatoes. I think this butter's frozen.
Nah, it's gonna go.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. There. That's the mashed potatoes rehydrating.
Yes.
They might be a little too much water.
A little moist.
Show this scene again.
Maldon salt. Always.
Always. It comes in literally that small of a container.
No, you can get bigger ones.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just had somebody give me a... This is what they call finishing salt in the kitchen. Okay. Mine or yours first?
Yeah, do yours.
Okay, let's start with these mashed potatoes that didn't quite turn out the way we wanted. A little moist, but that's okay. So we'll just treat it like a sauce. pomme de puree?
No.
Some green bean almondine. Nice turkey leg. And some cranberry gastrique. A little candy for the plate.
It's a variation on just cranberries, right?
Correct, yeah. And a little bit of some gravy.
Is that a peppercorn gravy or no?
Yes.
Yeah?
There you have it.
Grab that camera and take some pictures of that.
No, I think we're good. Yeah. Probably thickened up a bit more, which is good.
There, that turned out pretty darn good, actually.
That looks awesome. Look at that turkey leg. There we go.
Whoa, you're forgetting the gravy.
Oh, that's
Don't make me beg. Perfect, that's good.
yes.
Wow, nice creation. All right, so what do we call that?
Thanksgiving up north.
Thanksgiving up north?
Let's do it.
Actually, I need to. I was telling Evan I didn't have a Thanksgiving dinner. All the kids are gone from the house. We had a Thanksgiving lunch. So this is my Thanksgiving dinner on October 20th, I think.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Did forget the flaw, but people think it's in the mashed potatoes anyways.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
A completely civilized meal in the wilderness. We're a little uncivilized the way we're eating it, but you guys have no idea what you're missing.
And to save the weight, no utensils.
Look at the setting we're in. Wow. I hope this is coming out on film. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
It captures the moment. Wasn't a hard day.
No.
Kind of wish it had been a harder day. Because if you had a harder day and you eat like this at the end of a hard day, wow.
Yeah.
I suddenly feel warmer. Everything feels good. Just talk briefly about the gastrique. So what was that?
Cranberries that have been cranberries boiled in vinegar and sugar 1 to 1, and then star anise, cloves, just add some depth to it, and then it's a refined simple syrup. So simple syrup's just water and sugar. With vinegar, it kind of elevates everything, and it adds a tang but a sweetness. I'm not a sweets person, but that's candy I can get behind.
Yeah.
The thing about turkey dinner that drives me bananas. Growing up, everybody buys a turkey for their family. If you have a large family, a lot of people come, but I bet you get the 22-pound turkey and you have turkey left over every time.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind how everybody does that every time. Like, go get a turkey breast or get some turkey legs and make it. So on the trail, we practice no trace. In the kitchen, I like to practice no waste.
No waste.
So I'll break down the turkey into the legs, into the wings. We ate wings as a staff meal the other day. The breast I would serve to customers. The bones you make a gravy with. You go all the way through it. and I broke it down before I cooked it instead of cooking it whole in an oven. And that's what gets me is, would you walk a cow into an oven and cook it completely?
Well,
I mean, you could.
give me a big enough oven, I might.
What if you break it down individually and cook it?
Yeah, yeah. What's a crazy dish that people do? What's it called?
The turducken?
That's the one. I think that's being pushed to some new limits too. I heard somebody stuffed a pig with a turkey, with a duck, with a quail
inside.
Yeah, keep going. So maybe the cow idea is not far off.
Pretty soon that pig's going in the cow. No, if Tika was here, can Tika eat the turkey bones, or is that something that's going to be no?
That's a myth, you know. People say that shouldn't feed your dog, whatever. Again, when this goes on video, you guys are going to criticize me, but Tika is a dog. She's a wolf. I mean, I've seen wolves eat a whole animal. People say that the bones are going to hurt them. I've seen Tika eat pork chops, bones, rib bones, chicken bones. Well, the best test would be to ask her if she was here. Tika, do you want to eat this?
You know she's not going to say no.
No. When I come home with a moose and I give Tika a big leg bone, then to see she's still fundamentally a small dog, and then see Tika with this big giant bone just walking around all happy.
Yabba-dabba-doo.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Thank
Success.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, hope everybody enjoyed that. I know I sure did. And this is not the end of this trip. Tomorrow we're going to go look at the waterfalls, and we have a breakfast, and we're going to explore a little bit. Go check out the lake. God, we got a lot of things to do. So, cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Wow, look at how dark it gets when you turn off the light. And then there's our fire over there. Now we sit around and we make this fire nice and warm. We have no shortage of wood. We'll keep a little pile for tomorrow morning so we can start it quickly, but I'm not worried about that either. All right, so midnight, and I'm just getting ready to go to bed. Let me show you a couple of things here. So, little trick. This is my Nalgene bottle, and heated some water by the fire, or in the fire, and filled the Nalgene bottle with hot water. And I'm going to slip that inside my sleeping bag so it helps with the early part of the evening. I'll have some heat in the bottom of the sleeping bag, so it makes a big difference. And then I got to look for it. Hang on. I'm big into photography, right? I got to document the trip. So all the batteries, I sleep with the batteries. They go in the bag. I got my slippers, so if I wake up in the middle of the night and I gotta go take a pee, I can walk outside. So, great night, 12:10. Fantastic meal, sat by the fire. Great conversation. I'm a bug in a rug. I'm gonna zip up tight, use the mummy to its full effect. I'm gonna zip it up and actually close the shoulder baffles, zip them around my neck, which traps all the heat in the lower part of the bag, doesn't escape through my head. I'm wearing a toque to bed, and I think I'm gonna sleep like a charm. So good night, everyone, and we'll see you in the morning.
Cool. It is now 7:08, and actually, it snowed all night, I can tell. You can hear the snow falling off the tent. I could hear it falling onto the tent and off the tent. But the good news is I slept remarkably well. I fell asleep right away. I woke up at 2:40, so the first 3 hours went by. I was taping and I had to stop and change batteries. There's a lot of new challenges when you're camping in shoulder season or in the cold or in the winter. You know, batteries don't last very long. I mean, I had all the batteries in my sleeping bag with me. Things get fogged up, but I had to change batteries because batteries tend to not last very long, especially if you don't keep them warm. So, had to change batteries. But anyways, I'm going to get up now, put on some extra layers, get outside, go survey the area, go start a fire, and get things going. It's 7:08. Sun's going to get up at about 7 o'clock. We'll make a fire, have breakfast. Look at this. Anyways, okay, time to get going. Organized. Not going, organized. Wow, that's bright. Redirect the flashlight a bit. 'It's actually not too bad. Just let me show you something real quick. Water didn't freeze. $7:21. That's not bad. Just skiff of snow on everything. Oh shit, I forgot my water. How'd you sleep, bud?
Great.
Great?
Yeah, warm actually. Hot.
I wouldn't say I was hot. 7:39. Fire's already going. And there's some sort of little surprise wrapped in aluminum foil there. But one of the first things I like to do in the morning is make a coffee. So we'll get going on boiling some water.
had some of those beauties last night, but we're gonna have the second half for breakfast. These are the same wings that Evan, I'm guessing, yeah, same rub, same wings that he made at Continental Lake. And when he came to visit at the house yesterday, he brought a little what do you call it? A vacuum sealed bag of wings and gave them to Raymond as a little gift. And as he was giving them to Raymond and we're about to leave the house, I told Raymond, I said, don't you eat those without us or without me. But then unknown, well, I should have known. And so Evan brought an even bigger bag of them. So we had some last night and some for breakfast this morning. Breakfast.
Yes.
This is a tourtière in a
It's a turkey tourtière, puff pastry.
puff pastry.
Yeah, so like confit turkey and then mix it with mascarpone and some thyme.
Mmm.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Wow. I brought food. Why did I bring food?
No, next time don't.
This beats oatmeal.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You didn't season it much, though.
No. You don't need to. All the salts from the confit from curing it.
Well,
That'll put a good base.
you can see that even though I had a mattress and a thermarest, that heat from my body managed to get all the way through and through the tent and melt the snow that was there. But pretty cool. See the little snow ledge of all the snow sliding off. Anyways, that's how it's done. All packed up. I got days in the summer I'm on the road by 7.
Yeah.
Amazing what we carry, eh?
Yep.
Mattress, stove gear. What's in that? Jacket, probably.
Jacket, yeah. Camera,
Camera,
electronics.
water bottle. Nice little tent. Second time using the tent.
Love it.
Really?
I think this will be the last winter with it. Winter trip or shoulder season.
2 pounds.
Break out the big boys.
Do they make a one-man Nemo? Well, it's 10 o'clock. We packed up everything, and since there's a food locker at the campsite, we put our 2 packs in the food locker. We kept a few bare necessities on us. Knife, lighter, bear spray, and now we're going to walk the 1.5 or so kilometer to Petain Falls. We came this far, we're not going to not go see it, even though I suspect it might be frozen. Woodpecker holes. There's a name for old dead trees. They're important to the forest because a lot of animals make their homes in dead trees. Into the trees. Couldn't follow the creek. The trail to the waterfall veers away from the creek quite dramatically. But look at this, eh? This is what I would call not quite old growth here. You know, Evan's from BC, and we were talking last night. You've seen trees that are 3-4 feet in diameter.
Easily,
Yeah, I mean, but these are still solidly 100-year-old trees. Oh my goodness! Check this out. Wow. Actually, I should have shown there was a sign right there. There's something called the Petain Basin up there. I don't know if there's a way to get over this. Because somewhere over... Wow. Well, we're in the Cirque. We're kind of surrounded on all sides by mountains here. Wow.
Amazing.
Holy.
Like a cathedral.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I have some favorite bands in the world. I would love to be friends with Dave Matthews. Dave, if you ever watch any of my videos, you're more than welcome, man. I'll haul your guitar out here. Sitting around a fire with somebody like Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds and just chilling out. Wow. Actually, I'll do it up there. Hang on. Wow. Kind of hard to tell where we even were.
Now I'm back.
Yeah. Is that the one that looked like a pyramid?
Yeah. Different angle.
I mean, I'd be going down there and up through there and try to get to the top of it.
Yeah.
That view?
No.
That's amazing.
So we were wondering why this trail was so smooth, and now we know. So from the picnic table back there to this trailhead is about a 3-kilometer section that is technically wheelchair accessible. Even Evan has his own comfort food.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
KB.
This is the campsite at Lower Elk Lake, so very well set up. Looks like it went through a major renovation. 15 tent pads. Nice pits, benches, so. I don't know if you can hear the wind, it's howling pretty good. Just wanted to take this opportunity to do a follow-up on that Outdoor Vitals 30 Fahrenheit bag that I received. Full disclosure, they sent it to me for free, and when they sent it to me in the summer, I said, send me the highest temperature rating you got, not the lowest, because I tend to hike in the summer and I didn't want to, you know, I don't have a lot of reasons to bring a cold rated sleeping bag. So they sent me the 30-degree bag. It's actually turned into kind of my go-to bag. I've used it extensively this summer, and I just used it last night, and it was absolutely fantastic. So it was the first time where I got to use it with its full features. So you saw I had a blue foamy, my thermarest, and then all I had was that sleeping bag last night. Zipped it up properly and tied the baffles, velcroed the baffles around my neck, and then had the hoodie over my head, and I had the Outdoor Vitals pillow in there, and I slept like a bug in the rug. So that sleeping bag, after a season of using it, including last night where it did below the rating of the bag, I have a feeling it got to about -5, so that bag's rated for 0 Celsius, and that bag performed perfectly. So just highly recommend that bag to anybody looking for a relatively inexpensive synthetic down sleeping bag. Yeah, so when we left Peter Lougheed Park, we walked along a power line basically, or parallel to the power line, and then we crossed over into BC. And once we crossed over into BC, we had two choices. We took the trail that took us almost directly to the Upper Elk Lake, which is that way. It skirted along the side of the hill, went by
Lookout?
Fox Lake,
Yeah.
and then came down almost at one end of Upper Elk Lake. Now we're at Lower Elk Lake, and rather than go back exactly the same way, we're going to loop down almost to the trailhead of this park. So the trailhead is at the end of the Elkford Forestry Road. So we're gonna loop out there, go see the cabin or the shelter, and then head back. And the trail will rejoin the power line in Alberta at the border. But this will allow us to see it allowed us to come here and see this campsite, this lower Elk Lake campsite, which is absolutely fantastic.
What a gem.
Yeah, what a gem. Nice tent pads with padded with
Wood chips.
Wood chips. What kind of chips? Probably cedar wood
Cedar
chips or
something.
whatever. There's firewood, there's grates, there's benches. There's even a big axe hanging on one of the trees, and the park here provides firewood somewhere. I'm not sure where, but apparently there's some firewood provided, so a great opportunity. But the other advantage by going back the way we're going is I think we're going to be a little bit lower on the side of the hill, and so we won't have the same elevation gain, because coming here yesterday we climbed gradually, and then we had a really steep descent, so now we're going to avoid that steep climb and do a more gradual.
Go around.
Yeah, a loop. It's always fun. I mean, going in and out is okay, because I've often said it, when you go in on the way out, you see things differently, but we also have an option to do a mini loop here and see something completely new, so let's go. That's our plan.
Check it out.
Let's get out of this wind, man.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't look like much, but there's snow coming.
I thought that whole thing was the tree.
Oh.
I've lost my mind.
Really? So there's the cabin, and now we're technically backtracking. The trailhead is behind us, and then this is where we're going now. We're going to go up this way to which way are we going? This one. We're going to Elk Pass, 4.2 kilometers, so an hour to the border. This tree fell down.
Fresh.
This one is huge. You know what did that, eh?
A beaver.
No. Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, definitely.
Only a Bigfoot can do this.
Knock this guy down.
Don't want to fall down there.
No. That's amazing.
Look at those holes. I just looked at my GPS, and according to the GPS, the Alberta-BC border is only about 100 yards away, but I don't need my GPS to tell me when I cross the border. I actually don't even need a demarcation or a line. I have sort of this internal compass working for me right now, and right now I feel very socialist and environmental and woke, and then in a few minutes I'm probably gonna feel like a redneck again. I'll let you know. You tell me if you see the difference. Woke. Oh, look at that. My lord, my internal compass was working very good. Look at that. Well, I'm going to enjoy these last few moments of being very social conscious. And now I'm going to cross into the border, and just like that, I'm a redneck, boys and girls. Show how much it snowed. Yeah, that's
Foot and a half. Feet, maybe.
Yeah, because it had to settle. Yeah. That's quite a bit of snow. This is the last 3 kilometers, which is the same as the first 3 kilometers. We're backtracking, and I'll have to look in the video from yesterday at the beginning, but this looks like way more snow. So there's a good dump of snow here on the Alberta side yesterday. Back to the old power line. Oh my God. No, thank you. Parking lot is about 500 yards away. Woohoo!
Getting close.
Pretty awesome day.
Fantastic.
We're calculating that we probably did about 29 kilometers in 2 days, which is not bad considering that you're kind of slipping and sliding and you're not getting perfect traction. Recommendation, word of advice, mental note. Beyond this kind of period, starting now from here on in, end of October, November, December, until you get into real snowshoe or cross country, make sure you bring micro spikes or something on your shoes. Really helps on the traction on the ice. After a few, and then by the time the December, January comes around, she's full-blown snowshoe cross country weather. And the big reveal. Wow. Only one vehicle in the parking lot.
Thank God. Nice work.
Nice work. Crazy. We had it to ourselves. The whole park. No, not the whole park, but.
That's gotta feel good.
Oh, it just changed into a. Took off this shirt and changed into this. I always leave some spare clothes in the car or somewhere, just to reduce the stink a wee bit. My favorite part of the trip is when we get back in the vehicles and we get some heat going.
I got your seat on for you.
We are not hypothermic, we're just cold. When I got out of the Chaba with Laurent, we were borderline hypothermic, but we're just cold. We'll warm up.